Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. It's Peyton here, and I have been, just before this episode, just kind of warning you, I have been trying to fight off a cold recently, so if my voice sounds a little bit different, that's why. But today we're going to be talking about one of my absolute favorite game series of all time, and that is Skylanders. And before you're all on my case, Peyton, that's a kid's game. Why do you still like that game? I can't give you a good answer on that. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just immature. Anyways, so basically we're going to be diving into the history and stuff and like the different contest things. You'll find out later in the episode what the contests and stuff were. And just overall fun facts and why I think this is a really great game series, like as a whole. So basically when the game was being developed, like I honestly don't know the whole story of how it was conceived, but I do know a couple like fun facts about its like development and stuff. Like about its development, the facts I know is that the portal was actually made out of like it was a paper plate, and then they just like put all the stuff in the paper plate as like the prototype for the portal, and it's a really cool it's cool, like it's a fun fact. Oh my gosh. Okay, just a fair warning before this episode starts off, which you're probably already getting right now. This episode is pretty much just going to be me nerding out. So if this isn't your type of thing, just maybe don't listen to it. Alright. Anyways, so I think what this episode is actually going to be about is like, it's not going to be like a cohesive history. It's mainly going to be like all the facts I know about it, but like in chronological order kind of. So yeah, the first thing I kind of want to talk about is like the prototype figures, which you can actually go buy on eBay if you want to. I don't have that kind of money. They're really expensive. But if you're asking me, some of those prototype figures, they look kind of ugly. I mean, like look up Terrafin, like the original Terrafin prototype. Like that thing appears in my nightmares, okay? I mean, I think actually in the Superchargers one, there was I don't know if this is real yet, but there was like a not leak or something, but like after the games like ended, like a Tessa figure, like that was supposed to be a supercharger. I would have loved that. I would have bought that. Well, actually, I kind of got out of the games in the Swap Force era, and then like now I've been going back and buying all the games. Anyways, so apart from that, I don't think there's a lot to say about the prototypes, I guess. But there was, oh yeah, so when the game was being conceived, like I don't know how it was conceived, but like I do know that it was originally supposed to be like a darker, more like menacing, grittier, like grittier. I don't want to sound like a freaking brain rot. But that's the word, I think, grittier. I don't know, version of the Spyro games, like a dark, kind of twisted version of the Spyro games, and it was originally supposed to be called Spyro's Kingdom. That original idea kind of just morphed into what Skylanders is like now, a kids game. I'm not really sure how that happened. And I think it's a pretty established point that Spyro was literally only there to sell the game and with nothing else. I mean, on the actual box, Spyro isn't the main focus. It's Stealth Elf. Like, if you look on the box, in the center, it's Stealth Elf, followed by, in the background, like Spyro and all the other ones. So Spyro's pretty much only there to sell the game, which, I mean, I appreciate, but, like, apart from that, I mean, I never played the original Spyro games, so, like, this is how I was introduced to Spyro, so, like, I don't know. The first gimmick of the series was just the Skylanders themselves, like, the whole gimmick of you putting them on the portal and them like going into the game. That was the whole gimmick for the first game. So after the success of the first game, they decided to, put a spin on it by releasing the Giants. And it's not the most original gimmick, if you ask me. Like, they just made the figures bigger. Like, that's it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole game. I mean, I'll always kind of have a soft spot for this game because like this was the one that I got first, and I don't know. That's it. I never actually finished it. Well, I finished it when I was little, but that's like I don't remember it. The one that I do remember, my remote died when I was like right at the end of the final level, and I spent like 30 minutes on it already, and then my controller died, and I made the mistake of pressing the on button instead of A to reconnect it after doing the batteries, and I turned it off and I lost my progress. Let's just say I didn't return to it after that. um, anyways, there weren't a lot here, but this is where we can introduce the Frito-Lay contest. So the Frito-Lay, like, potluck type things. Well, not potluck. I'm trying to think of the word. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking of. It's like, oh, a raffle. That's what I'm thinking of. They weren't called raffles, but that's pretty much what it was. This originated in the Spyro's Adventure era, but, we're just going to do it here because, honestly, I just forgot. Anyway, so, basically what these were is that, Skylanders partnered with the Frito-Lay company to do these, like, contests where you could get a code in each package, and you could go win a Skylander. The most notable ones that you could win were the sidekicks, the like crystal hot dog ones. I don't know the official name of those ones. I didn't know about these until after they were a thing. Because we didn't really buy a lot of Frito-Lay stuff when I was like 3 years old. Crap, I think I was even younger than that. Like I was before preschool. Sheesh. Anyways. Then we also got the, I think it was Flocked Stump Smash. Flocked Stump Smash is the only one that I can really remember. Then there's also High Five. High Five is just expensive. Anyways, so, I found what was I gonna say? I found that, what? Okay, anyways. I am just a mess today, guys. Anyways, so what I found interesting about this is that it was recently discovered that these companies can't legally do this. Like, legally without having a loophole, they can't, give away these things for free, randomly. So what people discovered was that deep within the fine print and stuff, there were numbers that you could call to just get these Skylanders for free without even having to do the contest. And you could request which ones you wanted. I think it was one per call. I mean, and they wouldn't guarantee that one for you. But you could still at least get one for free from them, which is hilarious if you ask me, because everybody was out there buying all these packs to get the Skylander that they the ultra rare Skylander, and all this time they could have just gotten it for free. It's hilarious. Anyways, another type of contest that they did, well, not quite a contest, but a free giveaway type thing, was they had a Skylanders Day event where you could go at the Toys R Us or wherever it was, and you could get a free Skylander that was I think the first one was a Skylander that wasn't released yet, but it was gonna get released. I don't know. And then the second one, I want to say it was Ninjini, but I don't know. Honestly. And if we're going back to the Frito-Lay, another fun fact about the Frito-Lay ones, one of the most popular ones, the I think it was Blue Rattle Shake or something, glow in the dark blue Rattle Shake. And they said he would never get released outside of that. So everybody was this was the most anticipated one, and everybody wanted it. So anyways, everybody's buying these, and then only for it to get released as its own in-game variant Skylander after they said it would not be released. I would not want to be someone who spent a lot of money on basically gambling with the Frito-Lay company by buying all their stuff and then having it be released after that. That would suck big time. Alright. Anyways, moving on to the next game, which is Swap Force, which the main gimmick here, this is when they really started to cook with the gimmicks, was you could take the Skylanders and swap their top and bottom halves. And this, I'm pretty sure, I might be making this up, but I'm pretty sure the reason this worked is because of how powerful the portals were, and it was able to pick up the one on top of it. That's kind of a topic for another day, how powerful the portals were. Fun fact, did you know that if you have an unplugged portal and you put that portal touching the other portal, it will power the other... Let me try to rephrase this. If you have a portal that's plugged in to the Wii or whatever system you're using, and you take another portal that's not plugged in, and if you take the unplugged portal and place it right next to the plugged in portal so they're touching, then the plugged-in portal will actually power the unplugged portal, and you'll be able to use it. I've tried this before, and it works. It's crazy. Anyways, this is one of the like most creative gimmicks out of the entire series, if you're asking me. Like the idea of like just having all these figures that you can swap is really cool, but it's not the coolest gimmick, but we'll get to that later. The story here is mid. I haven't beat it ever. Like, I mean, I have the game. I don't know, but like, honestly, I don't know. Anyways, so basically, the next game is Trap Team. Okay, I knew that, but oh my gosh, my brain is so slow today. When is my brain not slow? Anyways, the next game is Trap Team, and this is the best gimmick if you're asking me. The whole idea of having like a portal with a speaker in it so that you can trap the bad guys and hear them talk, well, quote unquote, talk through the crystal is just absolutely insane to me. Like this, it's crazy. Anyways, so basically, oh crap. Okay, please forgive me, guys. I am just an absolute mess today, okay? Oh my gosh, this Thanksgiving has been a whole thing. Anyways, speaking of which, hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Anyways, okay. Anyways, back on topic. This game I have beat, and it's a really great game. When I was battling Golden Queen, though, I didn't know how to defeat her, and after a while, she just goes, I'm not joking. She says, ring-a-ding-ding. I'm not joking. She said that. And then flies off the map and soft locks the entire game. If you don't know what soft lock means, it pretty much just means it makes the game unplayable and you have to restart. So I had to restart that entire level. Anyways, there's not much more to say about that game, but here's where the superchargers come in, because the superchargers were its own game. I mean, they had two games. Okay, let me restart this. They had two games. One of them, and this confused a lot of people. One of them was Superchargers, like the original game, and one of them was called Superchargers Racing. And that's a completely different game, and it's just like Mario Kart but with Skylanders. Anyways, this is the weakest of all the games, honestly. This game is, I mean, it's not a bad game. Like, it's not as bad as people say it is, in my opinion. But still, it's the weakest out of all the Skylanders games, and there's not much else I can say about it. They just added cars. Anyways, apart from that, the last game, and this is the second best gimmick in the entire series, in my opinion. This is a really hot take. So this is like a flaming hot take, in my opinion. That like, this is going to be the hottest take in the episode. Anyways, I'm going to say my favorite game my second favorite game in my entire series. Okay, sorry. Is Skylanders Imaginators. And people say this is the absolute worst game. I disagree with you. The only thing holding this game back was the fact that it was just rushed, I think, in my opinion. I don't know. The only thing I feel like is wrong with this game is the fact that they used stock music and like reused old music. Like, instead of composing their own soundtrack. This one could have really used its own soundtrack, by the way. And some of the writing in this game is kind of weak. But anyways, all of that is outdone by the fact that you can create your own Skylander, which I'm a sucker for character customization and creation in video games. So that was a huge plus for me. It's just absolutely crazy. And after this, the only other thing to talk about is the 3DS ports, because the 3DS ports are completely different games if you didn't know that. They did 3DS ports for Spyro's Adventure through Superchargers because of Superchargers Racing, and they're completely different. I haven't really done any research into these games, but all I know is that they're completely different. I don't know the plots or anything. All I know is that they're different games. So, I mean, if you've done all the Skylanders games and you want more, I mean, I guess go buy the 3DS ports. And another thing about Skylanders that just got announced, if you haven't heard it, I am happy to tell you that this is the news. About this news. Skylanders has, well, not Skylanders, Activision/Blizzard, or now what is Microsoft, or has come, well, I don't know if they came forward, I'm not sure. I just got this news recently. They have announced that Skylanders are getting new figures after like 8 years. Not new in-game figures, sorry. I mean, well, there's no new game announcement. But they're getting U2s. And if you don't know what U2s are, they're basically Funko Pops, but a different brand. I'm probably going to buy some. It's honestly hype. Like, we haven't gotten anything in like 8 years, so there's that. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else I really want to talk about. Apart from the main topic of the video, this is usually when I wrap up by like saying other stuff regarding my my stuff, like the podcast, I should say. So if you don't want to hear that, I guess click off. But I'd recommend you stay because there's some useful information here. First of all, the Discord server, which I bring up in every single episode because it's so important that you guys join this if you guys want to stay updated on the podcast. Okay, so you can go on the Discord server and I will post updates about the podcast. This is the only place where you can get the news about the podcast. You have to join the Discord server if you want to get updated on stuff for the podcast. I cannot say this enough, guys. You have to join the Discord server if you want to stay updated. If you don't want to stay updated, fine. Just don't join the Discord server. But to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit, there is other stuff to do there. There's a bunch of like chat rooms and stuff, text channels. There's even voice channels. But the main thing I added that I really want you guys to start using is I added in the Discord server a channel called Fan Questions, where you can go and type your fan questions into that text channel for a chance to be featured in the next episode of the podcast, where you have a chance for that question to get answered by me in the podcast. So if you are interested in that, go join the Discord server. Go join it now. I will not accept no for an answer. Go join the Discord server now. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time. Bye.